Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, in this video, I want to ask you, why are you approaching women? Why are you doing it? What's your purpose of approaching these girls? Now, the reason why I ask this is because what happens is, right, is that you got a lot of guys out there who will approach girls because they're trying to learn. They're trying to like get their skills up, which is cool, right? You should be doing this, right? Then you got a lot of guys out there who are approaching women just to feed their ego. See, the thing is this, their approach is to either practice to get better at approaching women for you actually being able to get with the girl to actually go out on a date, have sex with her, whatever it is. You see what I mean? So you're approaching a girl to actually get with her, to make something happen, right? But what happens is dudes start approaching women to sort of like, you know, feed their ego. You understand what I'm saying? And then so what happens is this, you start approaching women just because. You start getting with them just because you want to actually like keep going and you want to keep talking and you want to prove to yourself that you're like this super master pickup guy, right? And this is what usually happens. You end up getting needy when it comes to approaching women. You feel like you need to do this nonstop. So, you know, there'll be times that I'm in a club or at a bar or whatever, and I can tell when I see these guys where it's like they can't relax, they can't have a good time because they're so concerned about, I gotta approach, and they have all this anxiety, they're just approaching everybody, and because it becomes more about the approaching versus actually getting with a girl, versus actually, you know, getting numbers, making out, going home with a girl, whatever. It's more just about the approaching to prove to themselves that they got it. You feel what I'm saying? Now, again, if you're just beginning, this is something you should be doing as far as practicing so that you get better at your approach. But once you get better at your approach, once you get to a point where you've been approaching, when you know how to talk to women, when you know how to interact with women, you want to get to a point where you're actually approaching and trying to make something happen. Like there's a purpose to the approach versus, you know, instead of you just approaching to feed your ego. And this is what I see a lot of times when I'm out in different places where guys will approach just to feed their ego, right? So, for example, when I'm at a spot, sometimes what I'll do, I'll be in a spot, I might, you know, get like a drink or something, get something to drink or whatever, chill, you know, check out what's going on. I might talk to a few people here and there. But the girls that I'm actually approaching, I'm actually seeing the girls that I really want to approach, the girls I like, the ones that I'm like, okay, she's tight, let me see what's popping with her. And then this girl's tight, let me see what's popping with her. I'll be in a spot where there's maybe like, let's say 100 or 200 girls, and I might only approach 5 girls in there. Because at this point, I don't need to approach a whole bunch of girls because I've been practicing approaching for years that I already know how to do it. So now all I'm doing is approaching the girls I really want to talk to and I really want to get with. So I'm not approaching to prove to myself or to show off or to do any of these things. I'm approaching for the point of actually getting something going. You see what I'm saying? So you got to ask yourself like, hey, when you're out here, are you just approaching because you're saying, damn, it's getting to the end of the night and I just really need to get a number. I really need to get some girls to really like talk to me and everything. Are you doing it because you feel that way, or are you approaching because you actually want to approach that girl you're approaching? You see what I mean? Are you at the point where you've, you know, been out here going to, you know, different spots and talking to different girls to the point where you have practiced so much, you know how to approach? Are you going out there to approach to actually make something happen? Or are you still trying to feed your ego? Are you trying to impress your boys when you're out there? Are you trying to, you know, be out there to look cool instead of actually doing the thing that you're out there to do, which is to connect with the chicks? You feel what I'm saying? So again, ask yourself, why are you approaching? Why are you doing this? Because it's okay to go out to a spot and see like 2 girls, talk to those 2 girls and be like, you know what, I'm good over here right now. Either I'm gonna just chill in here for a little bit and relax, or I'm gonna go to another spot and talk to some other girls that I actually like. You understand? Instead of being in that spot, you only see 2 girls you like, you approach them, and then now you feel the need. You're like, oh my God, but I gotta approach. I have to approach. If I don't approach, I'm not this guy. I gotta be this guy that approaches. So then you end up approaching 20, 30, 40 other girls in this spot that you know you don't like. And you're just wasting your time because you're trying to feed that ego. You're trying to be that dude. You understand? You don't even realize you are that dude who knows how to approach. You're just doing it because you feel you need to do it. Now, it's one thing if you're approaching and you're actually enjoying the approaching and you're actually enjoying having conversations with a girl, even if you're not particularly trying to get with her. That's one thing. But what I want to get across in this video is you have to really ask yourself, why are you doing it? Because if you're doing it from a sense of neediness, if you feel like you need to approach, that's not a good thing. If your approaching is about neediness, that's when you're fucking up. If your approaching is because you're trying to practice, is because you have that practical thing that you're trying to get done. You're approaching because you want to get with this girl, this is the reason why you're doing it. You're approaching because you want to have a conversation with this girl and the conversation's fun, that's great. But if you're approaching because you feel like you need to, you feel like if you don't approach, there's something wrong with you, or that you're less of a man, or that you're, you understand? All those things are coming from that neediness to prove something to yourself and to feed your ego. You feel what I'm saying? So understand, look, approach because you're trying to, make something happen. But if you're approaching because of that neediness, you got to look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, hey, why am I approaching? Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below to send me a question. If you have a question on dating and relationships, I'll make a video about it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which teaches you 7 easy to follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And 3, I want you to click the link under that one to go to Bad Boy Membership, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month.
What's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.